Good morning, I'm Peter Clayton, the owner of Clayton Horse Limited, tradeplumbing.co.uk. Just thought I'd do a little bit of a learning video. It's the 23rd of August 2012. The biggest thing I think I've learned in the last sort of couple of weeks is about paradigms and about actually how you can change your paradigm and what a paradigm is. I suppose the main reason to explain is what a paradigm is to start with. A paradigm is something that is knowledge that can make you act in a different way. If I give an example, a paradigm is if you had someone who is a mum with 3 children, she has a husband, what would you think of her? If I then added an extra bit of knowledge to this may change the way that you treat that person. If I told you that person's a Greenpeace activist, what would come through your mind of that? They may be treated different ways because you'll think of them maybe on the boat saving the planet and doing different things. It starts to change the perception of the person that you're thinking of. Now that's one of the examples. There's another example this is another example I've been from Stephen Covey, and he's explained about paradigms. And that was about a couple of years ago. I listened to one of his books, 7 Habits, Highly Effective People. And that is when basically Stephen Covey, I think, was sitting on a train. He was sitting there and the train was going along from the station. One of the carriage doors open, 2 screaming kids come through running through the carriage. They knock someone's paper, knock off someone's on their phone. Screaming, jumping around, jumping on the seats, doing everything absolutely manic. And the thought, I think, that Stephen Covey was saying was, whose kids are they? Why are they acting like that? And then the person who was with the kids, the man came in after the carriage and sat down next to them, and the kids were still running, screaming around, making a mess, causing complete havoc. And Stephen Covey talks to the man next to you, and basically he's getting more and more wound up, thinking, who is this person? Why can he not control the kids? What is he doing? Why are they acting like this? And he goes to the man and says to him, do you know what? Can you sort your kids out? And the man goes, do you know what? I need to sort my kids out. Their mum's just died, and I'm not quite sure how to tell them. That was a paradigm shift. So the feeling that come through you when you heard that was a paradigm shift, because at one moment you think the kids are a nightmare. Because of the new information, it changed the perception. Now, there's one thing with paradigms and with another book called perceptions, or it'd be called different names really. It's points of view or information like that. I like paradigm because it's more overview. It has more information that can be into it. So I like paradigms, use paradigm for now. But with paradigms is that with all of us, we have a point of view. Now, if we have a point of view, when we're discussing with someone else, they have a point of view. So their point of view can be changed with the right knowledge. So when I was having discussions with my team, and the discussions about the way things should be done, and I feel it should be done this way, it's because the knowledge I've had and the learning from all these books I've read and seminars and coaching and other business leaders and I've been talking to, is I've had this knowledge that backs this up because it actually works. Now, their paradigm is it works that way because that's the way they've done, and you know what? Some of their way is right. It's just because my paradigm, I feel this, their paradigm is this, and this is where when you're having communication, you can have a little shift. So it's sometimes for me, it's thinking when I'm talking to that person, it's actually understand their paradigm of what they know for them. So it's a little bit of listening to them and then thinking actually, with my paradigm, could both of these work together? Or is it that actually I need to give this person more knowledge to get them to shift their paradigm or point of view? It's a little bit of a thing I learned that to me it seemed like, yeah, I already do that, it's simple, it's something we always do, but actually I was thinking, well, actually when I'm in a debate, I just fight my point of view sometimes, and sometimes I will just feel like, yes, I'm right, so I want to take my point of view across. That's my paradigm. Sometimes I don't actually give the person enough time to explain their paradigm, because I can actually learn from their paradigm. It could shift mine. So for me, it's about thinking of that. Now, there's another thing I learned, which is probably the last couple of days, is about actually when you have that debate between those two different points of view, is actually thinking when you hit loggerheads and nothing happened, and you feel that you're not getting anywhere, is there a third alternative? Now, this is another Covey book I've read. Thanks to Mr. R. Covey. There's a book here that basically is thinking that if you have a debate about something, anything you're doing and it's at loggerheads, sometimes it's taking yourself out of that debate and thinking, actually, is there a third alternative? Is there a third way of closing this situation and sorting it? Now, what that does is if you both start thinking there and say, wait a minute, I respect your point of view, that's your point of view, I've got my point of view, we're both not really moving on here, each other saying, is there a third alternative to this? Is there something that can be done that's the third alternative? And the third alternative is like, that will I feel that gets the person, or the two people to think. Now, they have to go through all of their information that they have each. They have to sit and listen to each other's points of view, and then both come together for what the third alternative could be. Because sometimes 1 and 1 is 2, but sometimes 1 and 1 mixed together a few things can be 20. That sounds strange, but if you look at the way metals are made, some metals you can put the strength of a metal can have a very, very strong metal but on its own, but when it's mixed with other metals, if there's 3 metals mixed together, the metals actually become 46% more stronger. Now, there is some stuff about that. I think it's chrome, steel, and iron mixed together. So they make the strength what they make out of the blades of jet engines. That's basically because they're mixed together at a certain consistency. It's 46% stronger. So sometimes it means that we can mix things together and make something a lot stronger out of it. So I'm Peter Clayton, owner of Clayton Horse Limited. That's me just discussing a few learnings I've had. You're more than welcome to comment on it. It's just for me really to present myself, to get better at presenting. I have missed a lot of this presenting. I've been a little bit busy at work. As I say, right now I've actually been working in the business, not on the business for a little while. Sometimes happens. And I'm getting back on track, get this stuff done. So thank you very much. If anyone wants any plumbing and heating material, bathrooms, anything like that, please go to tradeplumbing.co.uk. And that's it really. Have a fantastic week, have a brilliant weekend, and just be brilliant. Thank you.